724 community. We have Mark over here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Mark Painter. I'm a security evangelist for HP Enterprise Security Products. I'm one of our primary bloggers and writers and an occasional speaker, and I'm the guy that when they say we need somebody in Seoul, Korea in 2 weeks, well, I'll go. I'm that guy.
Awesome, Mark. How long have you been at HP for?
Oh gosh, I actually started off at a small startup called Spy Dynamics out of Atlanta, Georgia, who was acquired by HP in 2007 and joined with Fortify. So coming up on 13 years, but now I'm more ESP focused. I'm not pillar specific, so I try to create stories that tell our entire security story across every and all of our product and service offerings.
That's good. And now you're at the Protect conference. What
Yes.
so far?
It's been really good. In fact, the keynote this morning that featured Glenn Greenwald and the former head of the NSA, General Alexander, that is literally the best keynote address I've ever heard. So they debated security versus privacy in a nutshell. But what I really loved about that and what made me proud to be a part of HP was that as a giant corporation, it would be easy to kind of sugarcoat the hard issues that face our industry, but we actually put it out there on stage for the entire world to see, and that's cutting edge. That's good stuff, and that's what we need. We need new and unique ways of thinking to confront our security challenges, because they are real and they are not easy to overcome, and they're going to require a lot of discussion and a lot of cooperation, and sometimes between people that don't always agree with us. And that's a little taste of what we got this morning. It was a very good discussion. Sue was very impressive. This was her first Protect as the new head of ESP. It was good to see her do well. The new products, user behavior analytics, is really going to make a splash, because that is, as Armistead was saying this morning, users are the weakest link. You can protect lots of things, but it's hard to protect from dumb, as we like to say. So it was really good. We have a lot of good things going on here, for sure. It's a good place to be.
Awesome. Are you looking forward for anything upcoming at the conference?
The party will always be fun. Those are always good. Looking forward to the National Portrait Gallery. We had an event there, I think 2 years ago. So that's really cool, just to even before the show go and see all the president's pictures, which is really neat. I like that. I'm a history buff too. So. But yeah, the party is always fun. It's always good to just see people you haven't seen in a while, even both HP employees and customers, and touch base with those and hear about what's going on in their world and their pain points, and how you can help them alleviate that.
Awesome. And then I noticed that we are at the bad guy layer, if you guys can see this. But do you mind telling me a bit more about what this is?
Yes, the bad guy layer is really cool. So what we've done is kind of simulate how a hacker would actually perform his duties. So there are pizza boxes on the floor, and it has some character among other things. It's some geeky toys. It's a what would we call it? The dork den, so to speak. But what we actually do is take people that come through a tour of, for instance, how would you go about acquiring credit card numbers from the dark web or a site on the web? How would you actually go about stealing those from people? How would you go about stealing someone's identity and things of that nature? So it's really, we've had a theme for a long time, think like a bad guy. So this gives you that evil perspective, so to speak, because you got to know what they're doing so you can combat it. But what's also really cool is we do an integrated demo of several styles of attack, and how you actually protect yourself from those by updating it dynamically with an ArcSight rule to find it and then block it with TippingPoint products. So it's really cool. It's an integrated demo. It actually integrates with our Security Operations Center on the other side, so that's neat too. So at the end of the day, you get the victim's perspective, you get the attacker's perspective, and you get the corporate stop-it perspective. So you get all three, which is neat.
Teusink.
And now we're here with Brian Teusink. Brian, can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at HP?
Sure. So my background is I'm a pre-sales solution and a security solution architect. So I help clients with if there's any managed security services that HP can provide for them, I will be solutioning it for many of them. So I'm here, but I also do client-facing stuff, booth duty, stuff like that.
So the big board's impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
Sure. So the concept of this is that clients get attacked every day by different type of threats. And depending on what the threat is, there's usually a recommended solution, but on top of that, there's always a budget associated with it. So this gives a representation of stuff as the cost of what it would take to mitigate an attack, and the FTEs that show that it would take to need to run that solution. And so it gives a visualization. So we usually have our clients Here you have the different types of attacks. So there's 5 different types, and I'll just choose. We'll choose advanced malware. That's usually a popular one. So advanced malware kind of gives you a high level of what advanced malware is, and so you chose this is your attack, and what you do is then you would. So here again, I was talking about earlier, is you have a budget, and then you have different types of solutions with a cost associated with it and the FTE. So you want to choose for advanced malware. Your goal is to decide what is the best solution with the budget I have. So what we do is, so advanced malware, let's say I think threat intelligence would be what I need. So I'll just drag and drop. And I'll do one more and then we'll move on. Let's say I think that for that I would need security information management. And then once you choose what you want, you go, okay, I think this will protect me, and then you can launch the attack. So you have a visualization of what the attack looks like. That's a visual up there. And then down here you get a report that shows you how effective your response was, or what you chose based upon the type of attack you had.
This is very cool. It really shows off how complex security is, and also it's a unique perspective. It's really neat. Well done.
Yeah. The overlying story is that every company gets attacked. They have an X amount of budget, limited budget to use it. What is the best solution for the type of attack? You can't defend against everything. So CISOs and boards and managers have a very challenging time on where they're going to spend their money and what's going to give them the best bang for their buck.
Awesome, thank you. And what's been the best part of Protect so far for you?
You know what I've been able to do, the booth layout's been great. I've also been able to do, during my non-booth times, some of the breakout sessions, and they've been great. They've been excellent, and I've enjoyed going to them, so as a participant.
Awesome. Brian, thank you so much. Very well done. And we have Russell Meyers. Russell, tell us a little bit about what you do here at HP.
Thanks, Mark. Oh, do I not hold the microphone?
You can hold it.
Oh, you know what? Just learning all this here. I'm a product manager for TippingPoint, work on our central management solution as well as our virtualized product offerings.
Now, see, this is why I hold the mic.
That's great. No, I'm learning.
So, what's been the best part of Protect so far for you?
Yeah, it's been a great conference. We've introduced a couple integrations here at TippingPoint with a couple of our partners, Rapid7 and Qualys, and we've got a lot of traction, a lot of customer interest in it. It's been great showing off the new features, getting a lot of great feedback, getting customers interested and excited about it. So,
what are some of those?
It's really powerful. It's nailing known security intelligence, right? We have a lot of exploits out there, and if you look at the cyber risk report, number one finding is the old tricks are the best tricks, right? People are exploiting the stuff that's already out there. And so when we have DB Labs security intelligence to counter those known threats, and we have a vulnerability scanner that can detect when you are potentially vulnerable to these known threats in your network. We're able to combine those two things and tell customers, you're vulnerable to this in your network. We can provide a countermeasure for that with HP TippingPoint and through ESP products. So it's a really powerful story. It takes a few seconds versus going and patching systems and taking systems down that may need maintenance windows to be updated. So it's a really powerful story, really quick and easy, and it just nails the stuff that the security intelligence that we know about, right? We augment that with other aspects of our solutions here in our portfolio, but this is stuff we should just get right, be easy, and nail it. So
excellent. Is there any truth to the rumors that you're going to replace Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, right now I'm actively looking for an Andy Richter lookalike. So if you guys see one, send him over here. I've got a lot of jokes. We're going to have to work on the chemistry, but yeah, I can't confirm or deny the details, but if you do see an Andy Richter lookalike, come back.
Awesome. Thanks, Russ. Sure. Steve Povolny. Steve, tell us a little bit about what you do here at HP.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. So I'm actually the manager of DB Labs at HP TippingPoint. We're a security research and development organization, and we're actually showing some live exploits today in the bad guy layer. It's pretty fun. We've taken it to a whole new level, and we are showing 4 attacks. We're doing the shell shock vulnerability that's pretty infamous. We're doing IIS vulnerability where we can blue screen of death the host. We are doing a Windows XP vulnerability to highlight the virtual patch story, and we're also showing a 0-day vulnerability for the first time, which is pretty exciting because only TippingPoint knows that vulnerability exists. So we are demonstrating those live today, and then we plug in the TippingPoint, of course, and show the security mechanisms that we can use to block it.
Oh, that's very cool. So you could actually protect against an attack that has not yet been published.
That's right, Mark. So we actually are blocking all of these attacks when a patch is not even publicly available. So Adobe will probably be releasing the patch for this in the next month or so. And our customers have had protection for this already for a few weeks here. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's amazing. So this is an impressive setup you've got in here. So what exactly is the bad guy layer?
The Bad Guy Lair is your 1993 hacking movie in a physical manifestation. So we've got a number of sessions here that we're highlighting some demos. This is our only live demo. We're showing real attacks in line. But we let you sit down at some of these other sessions and kind of poke around and kind of play like you get to be the hacker. And of course we've got our props up here with our how to dating for dummies. So we kind of fit every stereotype and every cliche here. We're really trying to take it over the top.
Great. So, what's been your best or your favorite part of Protect so far? What's been best for you?
Breakfast. No, it's been great here running the Bad Guy Lair, seeing people come in and just watching the jaws drop as we demonstrate these attacks live. We've got everything cheesy, which gets at the geek in me. So we get to sit in here all day. We have the laser show, we have the smoke running, and we really just get to see the shock and awe on people's faces, which is a lot of fun. So
awesome, Steve. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're here with Steve Riley. Steve, tell us a little bit about what you do here at HP.
Sure. Steve Riley from Technical Product Marketing. I deal with all the technical pieces of our software, such as ArcSight, Logger in particular, Enterprise Security Management. And I work closely with the TippingPoint guys, obviously, and hence that's why I'm in the bad guys layer. We actually work together and integrate a lot of the pieces together and actually show our customers how we take real attacks and then protect them using our software.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So what has been your favorite part of Protect so far?
First of all, the people. I've had some great conversations around with some of our customers, especially in the SOC area. A lot of customers are very interested in understanding how they should manage their environment and understanding how we bring more software together to look after the edge components. And then coming over here in the bad guys layer. Lots of great, interesting discussions here, sometimes not even about our products. Had a guy in here earlier was interested in how do I get data off my iPhone because I broke it. Things like that. You guys are hackers, tell me how to do that.
So I notice a small Australian accent in your voice. Is there any truth to the rumor that you once punched a kangaroo?
Yes, there is actually. He attacked me first though, so I think it was well deserved.
That was justifiable. Thank you. Steve, thank you very much. We're here with Albert Biketi. Albert, tell us what you do here at HP.
Hi, so I am the head of the data security business at HP. That's Atalla and HP Security Voltage.
Awesome. Can you tell us anything exciting coming up from Atalla or Voltage?
So there has never been a more powerful intersection between the pain that customers are feeling around protecting their data and the product offerings that we have. The match that we have between Voltage, Atalla, and where the market is right now, recognizing the pain, is just phenomenal. And I think the feedback from this conference has just been impressive in that regard.
It really is amazing how much encryption matters. Constantly you read about breaches and they weren't encrypting the data and then, too bad.
It's actually two things. So encryption really matters, but also how you encrypt matters, because a lot of people have traditionally encrypted only what they store and then failed to encrypt what's actually actively in use. And so that distinction is something that we completely solve. We help you make sure that you protect your information, not just when you store it, but while you're using it. And that's become the game changer. Our motto here is really dance like nobody's watching, encrypt like everybody is.
Awesome. Chip Witt. Chip, tell us a little bit about what you do here at HP.
So I'm the Senior Product Manager for Threat Intelligence. So my primary responsibility is Threat Central.
Tell us a little bit more. What is Threat Central?
What is Threat Central? Threat Central is a great tool for threat intelligence, essentially. So it's a crowd-based platform, essentially allowing people to collaborate effectively with one another around threat intelligence, and it's a threat DB. So we actually have interesting information coming in from all sorts of disparate sources, including some commercial third-party partners that we have, our own HP Security Research team that does primary research into threats with our Threat Intel Alliance partners, and then the customers themselves, so what's going on in their network, to identify a threat in real time, providing them actionable, derived results that are relevant to them and what's going on in their network.
Oh, very good, very good. So what so far has been the best part of Protect?
Best part to protect is actually talking with customers. I love talking to customers. So that we actually have a lot of people that have been coming into the booth with real problems and a real understanding of the problems in the marketplace with threat intelligence providers right now, which is you have a lot of threat feed aggregators taking a whole bunch of information and doing a little curation and providing a fire hose and feeding them information. The problem with that is you have security analysts have to then curate that data themselves. They have to eliminate the false positives. They have to then find the information that's relevant to them in their network, and that takes a lot of time, a lot of resources. So people want actionable results. They want something that they can take and trust and immediately put into use for block use cases, and that's what Threat Central tries to provide.
Excellent. That's a very valuable service. Absolutely.
We hope so.
Chip, thank you very much.
Thank you.